John 6:46. Non quia patrem vidit quisquam, nisi is qui est a Deo, hic vidit patrem. Not that anyone has seen the Father, except he who is from God. He, or this one, has seen the Father. Jesus is continuing to talk about his own divine authority and mission here in the face of some objections from those with whom he's been speaking. And there's really only two quite interesting things going on in this sentence that we're going to remark on. The first is the necessity of punctuating or kind of dividing into sections this verse. The easiest way to do that is to say, not that anyone has seen the Father, except he who is from God. And maybe we want to put a pause there. Hic vidit patrem. This one has seen the Father. So this first thing that we need to deal with is quia. What exactly is this doing? It's not causal quia. That is, it's not since. It's quia introducing indirect speech of a kind. So not that anyone has seen the Father. Quisquam, this quam particle, makes quis completely indefinite. Anybody in English. Not that anybody, anyone has seen the Father. But to understand quia, all we have to do, because it's not obvious, what does this mean? Not that anyone has seen the Father. How does that connect to what came before? Jesus has just been making assertions, and now we get this. It all makes sense if we understand that something like dico has just dropped out here. And I don't mean dropped out of the manuscript or been deleted accidentally. I mean omitted by the speaker originally. That is, Jesus just didn't say it, evidently. Or when the evangelist went to record his speech, he recorded it this way. You don't actually need to explicitly say, I do not say that anyone has seen the Father. And we do this in English all the time. We omit words like this that seem like they should be necessary but really aren't. And the proof is in the pudding here in the sense that you can translate this directly into English and see what is meant. I'm just going into this a little bit further to make sure that you understand the grammar and so that you're not confused or indeed dismayed by this. But it's very similar to what we do in English. I might say, I don't like Hawaiian pizza. I do, in fact. Everyone should. I might say, I don't like Hawaiian pizza. It's just that pineapple to me doesn't seem to go with the other toppings or something like that. And what I'm dropping out there is something like a verb, probably. It's just, I think that, or I believe that, or it is my opinion that, or I perceive that, etc. So we do this in English all the time. It's just a similar sort of omission for the sake of brevity and concision and speed here that's happening. So don't let that bother you too much. And it happens in other places in the Vulgate. We've talked already about quisquam. Nisi, boy, is just such an interesting and useful word. Literally, it means if not, and you can see that in the form. Sometimes it's best translated by unless in English, but most often its best English approximation is something like except. And you'll see how that works here. Not that anyone has seen the Father. That is to say, no one has seen the Father. But now we're going to make an exception, except is, he, third person, singular, masculine pronoun. He who, and this is just the textbook way to introduce a relative clause in Latin, he who is from God, that is his origin. He, that is this guy, has seen the Father.